Hey guys, how's it going? We got a short news update today for Street Fighter V. So, we got a sneak peek of some amazing looking costumes and a huge tournament taking place over the next couple of days. So let's start things off with the costumes. Capcom Unity posted an update last night showing us a preview of Monster Hunter crossover costumes coming to the game. I think it's not a coincidence that they're showing us them now since, you know, Monster Hunter World is coming out tomorrow. Hint hint. So the characters receiving these are Ken, R.Mika, and Ibuki, and yes, I know, I'm surprised too that it's not Chun-Li as well. So let's take a look at Ken's costume first, and I do warn you guys, I don't know much about Monster Hunter, so excuse my pronunciation. So let me read off what the blog says. In the Monster Hunter series, Rathalos is a flying wyvern who hunts from the skies by surprising his prey. He utilizes his poisonous talons, fiery projectiles, and club tail to attack any creature foolish enough to step into his territory. As a fighter who utilizes fire in his moveset, Ken is the perfect character to don the Rathalos armor crossover costume. Okay, moving on to R.Mika now. The Zinogre is a wyvern with canine features, including sharp fangs and claws. He can charge himself out to unleash electrical attacks that leave hunters more susceptible to being stunned. R.Mika's V-Skill Mike performance is a prime example of charging up to execute a devastating attack, which makes her suitable for the Zinogre armor crossover costume. Who writes this stuff? And finally we have Ibuki. Let me read this off. Kirin is an elder dragon who is normally peaceful, but will not hesitate to strike his foes with lightning or use his sharp horn to defend himself. Though Ibuki does not have any lightning abilities, her agility and lightning-fast reflexes embody how Kirin fights, making her a fitting character for the Kirin armor crossover costume. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys can agree with me when I say these, without a doubt, look like some of the best, if not the best, looking costumes in the game so far. The characters don't even look remotely the same, so really well done work, and I'm super excited to see what other crossover costumes we'll get for Street Fighter V in the future. Hopefully some Tessa, and maybe Dante Ken would be nice as well. Now keep in mind guys that these costumes are part of extra battle mode, which means that you simply can't just purchase them for 5 bones. Instead we have to collect 4 pieces total each, and they'll become available by defeating the extra battle mode challenges each week when they first start in the rotation. Now the first piece will be Ken's starting on February 27th. So that's still a while. That's pretty much a month from now. Like I said, they're probably announcing these costumes now because they're, you know, want to get Monster Hunter in your heads. Then the week after, we'll get the second piece of Ken's and the first piece of R.Mika's. That's the week after. And then if we skip all the way to the very final piece of Ibuki's, that won't be till April 5th. So we're really looking ahead here. Now, as you guys should know by now, each piece will cost you 2,500 fight money, assuming of course that you do each challenge on your first try. But don't worry, they should be super easy if they're anything like the Beautiful Joe pieces. And that would be 10,000 fight money per costume. So since we are now getting you know, multiple crossover costume challenges per month, at this point guys, I would highly suggest that you guys are really careful with your fight money from this point forward. Make sure you do your weeklies, and then the Golden Soldier should be popping up at some time during this weekend, I think. But you know, especially when the extra boss challenge pops up again, rumor is that it's going to be Shadow Nash, and if it is, I'd be really careful guys on, you know, what you spend it on. So make sure you save up. And one more thing to note is that Capcom mentioned that these dates for these pieces, for the Monster Hunter pieces, might change, so keep that in mind as well. Okay, moving on, let's talk about the next big tournament coming up this weekend. You guys might have heard of it. It's called Evolution. Well, Evo Japan, but you know. So this tournament is going to be huge, obviously, featuring all the top fighting games that you would expect, including Street Fighter V, of course, Arcade Edition. Now this tournament isn't going to be part of the CPT, but it's going to be stacked, and I mean stacked. The best of the best are attending this, so be sure not to miss it this weekend. The entry count for Street Fighter V alone is 2,247 players. Yikes. Let's hope the stream runs smooth and we don't miss out on all the hype and all the matches. Now, there will be a different stream for each game because, like I said, the entry levels are high. But I think, I don't know the exact schedule, unfortunately, but I think Street Fighter V starts around 4 p.m. Pacific on Friday. But I don't know the broadcast schedule, and I also don't have the stream links either. So I might pin, when I get an update, I might pin the schedule and the link and all that in the comments below, so be sure to check that out later. So this will be the first big international tournament where all the pro players will clash, and we'll get a good glimpse of what players or characters are dominant this season, as well as all that brand new tech, and hopefully get to see a lot of V-Trigger 2s as well. I think this year we're going to be really lucky, man. We got 2 Evos to look forward to, and a bunch of games. I mean, this weekend we have, well, tomorrow I guess, we got Dragon Ball FighterZ and Monster Hunter World, of course. One more thing to note is that Sakura will be tournament legal for Evo Japan, so hopefully you can see some good representation of her as well, since she's the newest character, and maybe even a Blanca trailer and a jungle stage would be nice too, since this is a pretty damn big event. I wouldn't be surprised if they also announce this CPT season at the end of this tournament too. So yeah, be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys, and be sure to like the video as well. It really helps out, and I'll keep you guys posted on more news, and don't forget to check the comments below when I finally update that broadcasting schedule. So till then, guys, take care.